it's actually got a lot of mess in there, and you can see it has actually been picking up all that sand, which is exactly what I was after. What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today we're going to be testing out a brand new product that's just about to hit the market. It's a cordless robotic pool cleaner from Aiper called the Scuba S1. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do this. So for today's video, we're going to be testing out a brand new product from Aiper, which is a cordless robotic pool cleaner. Now, I absolutely love my robotic pool cleaner that I've got at the moment. Unfortunately, it's not cordless, which means I'm running an extension cable all the way from one side of the house over the pool fence and into my actual enclosure to be able to use that robotic pool cleaner. This one here is designed for a whole range of different pools. So once again, above ground, in ground, fiberglass, vinyl, concrete and tiled pools. So it's going to do most of your pools out there. Anything up to about 150 square meters for coverage. And in terms of feet, I think that was around, I've got it written down here somewhere, 1600 square feet. So 1600 square feet. I don't work in feet and inches, so you're going to have to forgive me on that one. 1600 square feet. We've got a cordless unit, so that means that it has to run off a battery. It's got 2.5 hours worth of runtime on the actual battery, which will be interesting to test and see how much cleaning it actually can get done in 2.5 hours. I've got a very nice dirty pool out there ready to go so that we can completely test this one here out. My last unit takes about 5 hours to do a floor and wall cycle, so a complete deep cycle takes 5 hours. This one here has 2.5 hours of runtime, so hopefully this one here has an increased flow, so it should hopefully be able to get through that a lot quicker. And by flow, I simply mean the suction. So it's going to be able to suck or take in a lot more water, 70 gallons per minute or 265 liters per minute. So that's a lot of water that it actually filters through here. It's got 4 main modes, so we're just quickly going through this before I jump out and test it. 4 main modes that you can use: floor only, wall only, floor and wall, and eco mode. So eco mode allows you to be able to run this unit automatically or periodically for 45 minutes every 48 hours. So that way it's going to just be a little maintenance by the time it gets to the weekend, in case you only want to clean it once. So that's a good little option there. Something else that's pretty interesting is you can have an optional solar charging with this. So I don't actually have that one there connected, but I'd be very interested to see how well the actual unit would go itself being submerged underwater, in particular a saltwater pool. I'm not sure how long it'll actually last for, being underwater for the whole time. Now with regards to the build quality here, this is honestly one of the nicest looking robotic pool cleaners that I've seen out there. The material feels super well built. Everything's really nice and sleek. We've got our track here that's got like a caterpillar tread or track. Apparently that's going to give it a bit more stability. On the back here we've got our charging port, so we always need to make sure that this one here is plugged in whenever it's in the water, obviously. We've got some stickers still on the side here that I need to peel off. When we have a look at the top here, so I have to do it. As soon as I knew there was a sticker there, I had to peel it off. All right, so if we have a look, we've got our main on and off button here. So I'll quickly turn it on to show you guys, and then we'll switch it back off because I want to charge this unit before we actually use it. Now on the top here, we've got access to our basket. So this basket here is 3.5 liters. Once again, the build quality is really, really nice. Really nice build quality. So we've got a 3.5 litre basket here. Open that up and that's where all our goodies will be in. We've got a little flap on the bottom as well. So that flap is going to prevent the debris from popping back out if the unit stops or if you pull it out. If we have a look down the bottom here, so once again, really top quality. These little scrubbers here on the front, the 2 rollers, the bristles on them are really, really soft. So you don't have to worry about damaging your pool. They're actually really nice to just rub your hands on. That actually feels pretty good. The little opening that we've got here is decent size, so you're going to be able to get most of your larger debris in there as well. And once again, we've got a little bit of rubber here on the back, so that's going to pick up or squeegee any of that excess material that it might not have missed, or if it needs to be scraped, and then it's going to just simply go into that little suction unit right there. So now that we've got most of this out of the way, this unit at the moment, as far as I'm aware, is priced at about $1,000 to $1,100, but we've got a coupon code for you guys, so we'll get into that right at the end to give you guys a bit of a discount. It's got 2 years warranty, and also 30 days money back guarantee. So honestly, price point is good, the unit looks good, 30-day money back guarantee is absolutely fantastic, and we're about to go test it now to see how well it works. So this is the pool that we're going to be testing it out on. 9 meters in length, 4 meters in width. Got plenty of debris all throughout there, a lot of leaves. We've got 3 big steps here that run down the front of the pool. Now this particular brand here says that it can climb up the stairs, but it says that it can't actually clean the stairs. So I don't know what it's going to do once it gets up onto the top of the platform, but we're about to find out. We've got a whole bunch of sand all throughout here. That's all up on the steps. Throughout the base of the pool as well. You can see there we've got a little corner where everything seems to always get trapped here. We've got a hair tie, leaves, and a whole bunch of sand. Once again, we've got a safety ledge that runs all the way around this whole pool here. And this usually gives me a bit of issue here because the unit can't actually get up onto this ledge to clean it. So what I tend to do is sweep everything down off the ledge into the base of the pool, and then I run the unit, and then it has no problem cleaning up the rest of it. Once again, on this side here, we've got a couple more steps. Couple little mini steps here, plenty more debris all throughout. Now when the unit goes flat or it's finished its job, it'll simply come up to the edge of the pool here, it'll turn itself off, and then all I do is use a retrieval hook and pull the unit out. Alright, so the unit's now fully charged. Make sure you put that plug back on top and make sure it's completely covered. That's going to ensure that it stays waterproof. Now what we need to do is turn it on. And this one here will by default go onto the wall and floor mode, which you can see there up in the top left corner. I'm going to put this one here on floor mode first, which is just this one here, and we're going to start it off on floor mode. If you do floor and walls at the same time, it'll start the walls first. Once the battery goes down to about 50%, then it starts on the floors. So I'm going to have this one here do the floors first, and then I'm going to run it through the walls just because I'm testing it out at this point. So I've just taken the pool cleaner out because I know this basket's got to be full by now because we did have a lot of debris in there. And as you guys can see right there, it's actually got a lot of mess in there, and you can see it has actually been picking up all that sand, which is exactly what I was after. So we have been getting all that sand. It has probably about 20-30% of the cycle still left to go. So I'm just going to quickly wash this basket here out. I'm going to put it back in, let it finish off its cycle. Let's see how easy it is to clean this out. Alright, so now we've got all of these ones here done. Drop it back in, close it up, we'll drop it back in the pool, and I'll show you guys what it's like once it's done. So the pool cleaner's been running for about 2.5 hours now. It should be just on its last legs before the battery goes out, but it's still going strong after 2.5 hours. We've actually got a very, very nice finish. The leaves are 100% gone. The sand, I can still see a little bit of sand if I really wanted to pick at some stuff here in the corner. Pretty much the corners are the only place where I've got a bit of sand left over. Same thing here. A little bit hard to tell, but I mean, that's if I really wanted to pick at things. But what I'm mostly impressed with is the fact that this was all done in 2.5 hours, because my other unit runs for 5 hours for a complete floor and wall cycle. This one here was all done in 2.5 hours, and the unit's still going on one charge, so I'm very, very happy with that. Most of that mess, probably about 95% of it in this corner here, once again, has been picked up. So that hair tie must be in there as well somewhere. There's just still a little bit of sand right there in the corner, but I mean, like I said, that's if I really wanted to pick at things. Other than that, I think the results speak for themselves. I'm going to actually pull this unit out because there's no point in it still running. I'll just grab my little hook. So that's a little retrieval hook that we use. You just grab the unit on the nose somewhere. There's a little slot for it. Going to be a little bit hard to do with one hand. Probably should have switched it off before pulling it out, but now that we've got this unit out, might as well open it while it's here. So you remember how full it was on our first empty? Now something else interesting while we've got this one here on. So if you switch this unit on, you'll hear a little suction type of noise. I'll just wait for that little suction noise, and you can see now it switched itself off. So what it does is it actually senses to see if there's water in there, or if it can suck out water. If not, it'll try it 3 times, so once every 10 seconds. And after 30 seconds, if it senses that there's no more water going through the unit, it simply shuts off. So it's a really smart idea. Very well made once again. This is not too easy to do with one hand. There we go. There we go. Little hair tie as well. Hair tie. Man, have a look at the amount of sand that's in here. That is really impressive. I'm actually very, very happy with this. Alright, so I'm going to wash this one here up. I'll see you guys inside and I'll have a quick chat about our final thoughts. So time for my final thoughts on this unit here after having some initial concerns regarding the battery and also performance. So I wanted to make sure that the battery runtime was going to be long enough to actually get the job done, and also is it going to have enough power to be able to pick up all that debris. I honestly resolved that very, very quickly. This thing here smashed it out of the park. Cleaned the pool 100%, even in less time than the battery went flat. So I was really concerned about that initially. My previous unit takes 5 hours to do a complete cycle, floors and walls. The only downfall about this one here that I could really pick at if I wanted to is not being able to clean stairs. Most pool cleaners out there actually don't clean stairs, so don't think you're going to find one that actually does. They happen to clean it by accident, and I'll explain why. My other unit does floors and walls at the same time, meaning it's in one sequence. It'll clean the floor, come all the way up to the wall, instantly go up the wall, and then come all the way back down, follow it all the way along. This one here is completely different. Walls is separate and floors is separate. So even when you have a combined cycle where it's cleaning the floors and the walls, what it does is it tackles the walls first, goes around, does all the walls until there's 50% left of the battery, then it switches over to a floor only mode. So when it's going on the floor, it'll go up the wall just a little bit, do a U-turn and come back down. It's not actually able to get up that wall, which explains why it can't clean stairs. If it gets up to a stair, is it on floor or is it on wall mode? And that's the reason why it can either go up but not down, or not across, or it'll go up to the stair but it won't climb up. That's kind of the reason why this one here can't do stairs. I'm sure if they had an app for it, a software update would fix that and allow it to be able to do stairs as well. But all in all, very, very happy with the performance. We filled up that the basket very, very quickly on the first hit because it was just sucking up all that debris pretty much on every little area that it covered. It also sucked up sand, which I didn't think it would do. Very, very happy with that. It's cleaned up my pool nicely. Overall, $1,000 to $1,100, it's a really good price point for what you're getting. If you compare it to other makes and models out there, you might be able to find something cheaper, but this one here does have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you're not happy with it, speak to the manufacturer and there's a good chance you'll be able to get your money back. That's if you wanted to do that, but for me, honestly, this actually tackled everything that I was expecting it to do. Any of the concerns, it honestly addressed it pretty quickly. Overall, very, very happy with it. unit. There's a whole range of different products they've got out there as well, so if this one's too much or it doesn't actually do what you need it to do, there's a whole range of different products that they've got for pool cleaners. This one here just happens to be their flagship model, and I'll put the links in the description for 10% off, whether you're buying it off of Amazon or direct through the manufacturer. You guys will get 10% off, a little bit of an incentive to get out there and give it a go yourself. I'm sure you'd be very, very happy with it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video and you've learned something new. If you've got any questions or concerns about anything that you wanted to see, if this unit here can handle, put it in the comment section below and I'll be do my best to be able to address those in an upcoming video. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the video. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.